Welcome. Welcome to Project Schedule Management. I am sure that mostly after discussing the objective of the project and the high level scope, the first and foremost question as a project manager we receive or we need to answer is how much time you will be taking in delivering this project. Maybe in the same breath, the sponsor or the management they may ask how much cost or what kind of resources you would be requiring, or do we have the skills in house, or do we need to start working with the consultants or a subcontractors or a contractor. But first and foremost we need to answer that how much time it's going to take to deliver the project, because no organization can commit to a project more than its logical timeline. So if you start a project, there is always some expectation in terms of delivery, because the value, all your projects are directly linked with the values that that business case has already established and benefit management plan has already committed in terms of the timeline and the periods when those benefits are important for an organization to be realized so that they can get the values out of it. That is why your timelines plays a very vital role in terms of delivery. Just to make sure that your timelines, your commitments, your milestones, your deliverables are just not dates on the calendar, PMI has a very specific and in-depth study which is certification, which is for the project schedule management. Here we will be talking that you might have a project scheduler on your project, an expert project scheduler. You might be doing it on your own. You might be using the other team members to help you to identify the project schedule. Project schedule starts with the activities. What are activities? They are actually the last, this is the next step of the last step that we have left, the where the work breakdown structure stops. Work breakdown structure is the hierarchical structure of the deliverables of which you have identified in a project scope statement. So it's a visualization of deliverables of project scope statement. So the last level, which is called project work package, this is what we as a component we will start defining and decomposing more into an activity, so that we will be able to identify how much time we will take to deliver a component, what kind of resources that we would be needing, and what is the duration of that activity. It is very important to understand that the work package is the last smallest logical deliverable we as a project manager want to see on our project. Then you may have a control level. Control package may be equal to the work package, or maybe a level above or two from the work package where organization wants to control the project. Then you may have a planning package, which is a package which is in future, for which you don't have a detailed level planning at this point, and you don't know the work package identification or work package component for those planning packages. So we take that work package and we now identify, because work package is the responsibility of a one person. Work package you may take and give it to Mudassir Iqbal, and you may take the whole work package and outsource it to some other company, or you want to procure it some as a part of the work package. So now here we will take the work package and we will start defining the activities. Then defining the activities, then looking into the sequencing, that which activity needs to be done when. Then we will identifying the duration, and in all between this we need to know the resources, because duration is directly linked with the resources that we have on our project. Because if we may have an experienced resource, a duration might be less, and if we have a junior resource, the duration might be more. And it again depends on the kind of resources that we have that are available, and the kind of a timeline or milestone or external dependencies or constraints that we have on our project. And all this actually plays a vital role when you are working on a duration. In a real life, you open Microsoft project, you open Primavera, you open Monday.com, and you go and you do all those activities maybe in a one screen. But just think for a second and divide this 1 minute into very small part of the second, and you realize, can you do duration before knowing this scope? Or does it make logical? Do you even touch the duration before identifying the sequencing? No, you don't do it. It is not normal human psyche. Normally, normal human psyche is that you start working with the activity that you need to do, then you create the relationship with that, which activity which deliver what, which activity which deliver what. You start identifying the tasks level, and then you identify that what is the sequence, first to finish to finish, start to start, finish to start, start to finish, and then you get into the duration. And then once this all is ready, you only put the first date of when you want to start a project, and the whole project structure gives you the schedule. So all this data is a project schedule data. That is the output, very vital output when you are actually talking about the project schedule management. This is where I stop my introduction of project schedule management. Next, we will look into the 6 processes that we have in this knowledge area. Thank you very much for your time.